Hello friends, welcome to Suresh Aggarwal's Mathematics Shortcuts. Age-based questions. They're word problems in which you have to find the ages of two persons. Very common for class 9 students. Even in class 10th you have the chapters of linear equation and quadratic equation. And in competitive exams you can't just escape these type of questions, right? Whether it is SSC, CGL or the banking, railways, all those exams, the quant portion does include age-based questions. So what if I tell you that some of the word problems can be solved mentally? And I mean it. You can see a problem written here, a big problem, and most of the students are going to assume the ages as x and y, and then they are going to solve it by formulating the equations. So we don't have to formulate any equations if we have to find the present ages. So after watching this video, you will be able to crack this question within one step, and that is, it all depends on your practice, how much time you are going to consume to solve this question. So if you practice like 20 questions of this nature, you will find that you can solve this question in 7 to 8 seconds of time. Yes, 7 to 8 seconds. So you need to watch the entire video, learn the skill and apply it to solve maybe 15 to 20 questions to feel more comfortable, right? So before I take up the short trick, the first short trick for this video, do subscribe the channel here, click it, the subscribe button, and then you need to press the bell icon also so that you can get the notifications whenever I am coming live or whenever I am posting such useful uploads, right? Let's get on with the video and the first short trick. Here we have a question where there are two conditions which are given. The first one is 5 years ago. So the condition is for 5 years ago. So I will just write the condition here, 5 years ago, right? So what happens 5 years ago? The father was 3 times, so I will just write 3 times, as old as the son. And 10 years later, so this is 5 years ago and this is 10 years later. What happens 10 years later? The father will be twice the son's age, so 2 times the son's age. Now we need to find the present ages. Using these 4 variables which are given in the question, if you assume that this 5 years ago, the 5 here is x, and 10 years later this is y, and how many times it is given? 3 times in case of ago. So let's consider this as m and this as n. So we just need these 4 variables, and using these 4 variables we can directly find the son's age. So the son's age will be x times, so we are doing x times, so we will relate it to m. So m minus 1, and then add what? The similar term here, y times n minus 1, and in the denominator just do the difference of m and n. Now let's put the values here. X is 5, m minus 1 will be 3 minus 1, 2, plus y is 10, and n minus 1 will be 2 minus 1, that is 1, and in the denominator 3 minus 2, that is 1, so I don't need to write that. Now you will see that the answer for this is 10 plus 10, 20 years. So the son's age is 20 years. Now if we have to find the father's age using the son's age, we can use any one condition. See, here it is given that the father's age 5 years ago was 3 times the son's age, right? So what happens 5 years ago? The son's age was 15. So the father's age minus 5 years, because it is 5 years ago, was 3 times the son's age at that time. Present age is 20, so son's age at that time was 15. So the father's age comes out to be 45 plus 5, 50 years. And the answer for the question is son's age is 20 years and father's age is 50 years. So this is the first short trick, and if you know this short trick, the other 2 short tricks are going to be really easy for you. So I'll take one more question based on the same short trick. Let's say we are having a question where we have 3 years ago. I'm just writing 3 ago. That means 3 years ago. What happened 3 years ago? father was 5 times the son's age, or we can write 5 times the son's age then. That means at that time what was the son's age. And then the second condition, 2 years later. So this is 2 years hence. Hence or later means the same. And so 2 years hence, what happens? Father becomes 3 times the son's age. Now you know the values. Here we have x, this is y, this is m, and this is n. So what will be the son's age? Son's age will be this multiplied by 1 less than this plus this multiplied by 1 less than this divided by the difference here, 5 minus 3, 2. So you need to do it directly without using the formula, and you will find that this is 12 plus 4, 16 by 2, and that is 8 years. So the son's age comes out to be 8 years. Now we can use the first condition and get father's age. So father minus 3 years is 5 times the son's age. So 3 years ago, now if the present age is 8 years, 3 years ago he was 5 years. So 5, and so father is 25 plus 3, 28 years. Now these are the direct solutions. So you can see in the second question we have taken very less time, and in the first question, because I was explaining everything to you, we took like 1.5 minutes to understand the concept. Now if you know this short trick, the other short trick, the other two short tricks rather, which I am going to discuss, are going to be really easy and rather easier than this, but this forms the base. Let's see the next one. Here you can see the condition ego is given. Okay, so one condition is on ego 7 times, and then presently, now the condition is on present. In the previous question the conditions were ego and after. Now ego and present, and now you know what will be the third short trick. That will be present and later, right? So let's see what modification we have to do in the first case to get to the answer of this particular case. So in this case, let's see the values. It is given that 4 years ago. So 4 ago. So I am writing these steps, just to make you understand the things. But if you don't write it, you can interpret it directly from the question and put it in the formula. You will get the answer directly. So what happens 4 years ago? Father was 7 times the son's age. 7 times son's age. Right? So this is the first condition which is given. And the second condition is on present. That means at present, what is given is the father is 4 times the son's age. Now these are the two conditions which are given. Now in this case, we will have only x, because here we have only the condition of ego, right? So this is x, and the two values which are given here, 7 and 4, this is m and this is n. Now what difference does it make? We still have to find the son's age directly. To find the son's age, now the formula will have only one term in the numerator, x times m minus 1. And see, the other formula is missing. Why? Because y is 0. It is presently. So y is 0. So the other part which was there in the previous trick, that is missing. And in the denominator nothing changes, m minus n. So it is exactly the same. Now you put the values here, you get x is 4, m is 7, so 7 minus 1, 6, and in the denominator 7 minus 4, 3, so this comes out to be 8 years again. 24 by 3, that is 8 years. And now we can find father's age, father's present age, because presently father is 4 times the son, so son is 8, so father is 4 times 8, that is 32 years, and that gives us the answer. So how much time are you going to take to solve this? I think if you practice 10 questions like this, the question can be solved in 7 to 8 seconds without using pen and paper. And students who have prepared well for these type of questions, they do it in 10 seconds, and that too without use of pen and papers. Otherwise, you need to frame 2 equations in 2 variables and then solve it. So that will take 3 to 4 minutes time. Let's see another question like this, then we will go on to the third trick. So now the condition is 5 years ago. What happens 5 years ago is mother is 6 times the daughter's age. So this is given 5 years ago condition. And what is the condition presently? So at present mother is 3.5 times the daughter's age. Now these are the two conditions given. Now you know what to do. This is x, this is m, and this is n. So just put the values, you will get daughter's age. So d will be x times, that is 5 times, m minus 1, so 6 minus 1, again 5, and divide by the difference. 6 minus 3.5 is 2.5, that is 2.5. So 2.5 cancels 5 2 times, so you get the daughter's age as 10 years. And to find the present age of mother, we can just put it here. Mother is 3.5 means 3.5 times the daughter's age, that is 10 years. So mother is 35 years of age. See, just 10 seconds now. So this is the second part. Now come to the third part. Now in the third part, the condition is given hence. Hence means after 15 years from the present. So what happens here is, we will write 15 years hence. Hence means after. Okay, that is future. What happens in the question here is mother will be 2 times her son's age. So mother will be 2 times the son's age, right? This is after 15 years. And then presently she is 3 times the son's age. So present mother is 3 times the son's age. So if we can find the son's age, then mother's age is pretty obvious here. Now what are we going to do? For finding the son's age, son's present age, we will use x times m minus 1, and there is only one difference. Now in the denominator we will have n minus m, because normally this will be greater now. So the value of n will be greater and the value of m will be smaller. Now that you can just think about the logic, because as time passes by, the gap between like, see, I'll give you a simple example. If the son and the father, okay, son is 2 years old and father is 28 years old, okay. Now what happens after 10 years? Now this is 14 times, right, into 14. Now what happens after 10 years? This will be 12 and this will be 38. Now it is nearly just 3 times. So as time passes by, this number becomes smaller and smaller, and therefore n is small here. And now I just wrote n minus m to avoid the negative sign. So what is the answer for the question? This is 15, right? 15 times m minus 1, m is 2, so 2 minus 1, 1, and the difference between these two, that is also 1, so son's age is 15 years, and therefore mother's age will be 3 times the son's age. So 3 times 15, that is 45 years, right? Now similarly we can solve one more question. Suppose we are given that 5 years, so this is after 5 years, the father is, say, 2.5 times the son, okay. And what happens presently, or at present, father is 3 times son, father is 3 times the son's age. Now we need to find the son's age. So son's age will be, now this is 5, so 5 times, now what is to be written in the bracket? This is 2.5, so 2.5 minus 1, that is 1.5, so 1.5, and divide by the difference. How much is the difference between 3 and 2.5? It is 0.5, and you can see 0.5 cancels 1.5 exactly 3 times. That gives you 15 years as the son's age. And if son's age is 15 years, then at present, so father's age will be 3 times son's age, that is 3 times 15, and that is 45 years. So understanding the concept is really important. Only then you will understand how to crack the questions. See the three stages, you know, the ago and the present and the hence, right? So either the question will relate ago and hence, this is first type, which will include both m and n. The other one is when it relates a and p, that means ago and present. So in this case n will miss out on the value of n, and likewise present and hence. We have done all three tricks now, and all three tricks do work, and I hope this video will surely benefit you. And these are the most common type of questions which are asked even in board exams for class 10. You can crack these questions and try. You know, these skills help you in saving time. When you have to check your answer, how will you check your answer? If you don't have a short trick, you will be doing the traditional method again and again, and that will consume equal amount of time as you spent in attempting the question. And that's where smartness comes in. You know, you need to use these short tricks wisely. So friends, if you like this video, do share it with all your friends who are struggling in such concepts of word problems based on finding ages. Do subscribe the channel and click the bell shaped icon for getting all the notifications on your mobile. Thanks for watching this, and all the best.